I'm so exhausted from work.
What's wrong, Tinman? You look tired.
I had such a busy day.
Hey, man, you want to go smoke?
Yeah. Yes, I do. HSB, welcome to the first episode of Tuesdays with Tinman. And I just want to let y'all know something. You know what really gets Tinman worked up? Ignorance. Pure and plain ignorance. See, a couple of days ago, I got a phone call, and it was from A-List Albertson, and he was saying, "Hey there, Tinman. Hey, it's A-List Albertson, and I got a brand new restaurant I'm opening up, and I need somebody to come in here and put in some gas detectors and some smoke detectors, and I hear you're the man to make it happen." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I think I can help you out there. I can tell you exactly where to put them." No, Tinman, I don't want you to tell me where to put them. I want you to come put them up yourself. Think you can help old A-List out there? Sure you can. Can you come first thing tomorrow? Well, I didn't really want to come and help him do anything because, frankly, A-List Albertson is very arrogant and I don't really like him. But I went anyway. What the heck? I don't want anybody to get hurt. So I went. I'm putting the smoke detectors up, and I start putting the carbon monoxide detectors up. Then he comes out mad at me. "Tinman, you don't need to put those over there. You need to put them up higher, out of the way. We don't want some kid running through here and get caught across his head." And I explained to him they need to be no higher than 5 feet above the ground. Well, that don't make no dang sense. We used to put them right there next to our smoke detectors when I was growing up. That's because your family was stupid. Here's the thing. Like I told A-List Albertson, gas is lighter than air, but it's also denser. Gas is going to be detected at a lower level. That's why you put the carbon monoxide detector between 3 to 5 feet. Because the faster the gas is detected at this level, the quicker you can get out of your house and you can do something safe. Because if it already rises up to this level, you're already probably going to be sick or in a bad bind. But a good way of explaining that, I was putting the carbon monoxide detector up. I was in one little room, and it was right there next to a restroom. Now, he done already had some kids come in. He was opening up to the kids. He had some kind of ice cream shop. And he had like 73 flavors or some stuff. I don't know. 73 flavors for all 73 victories. I don't understand it. But anyway, I was sitting there putting the last little carbon monoxide detector up, and as I was doing it, my stomach started getting a little bubbly. And I kind of looked around. I made sure there wasn't nobody around. Anyway, wasn't nobody around. I figured I'd go ahead and let it out. Sure enough, that hallway echoed just a little bit. But it didn't make no noise when it came out. And I thought, good. Did nobody hear Tinman pass gas? But boy, I tell you what, it wasn't long. That smell come up real quick, and I caught a quick whiff of it. I was like, oh no. So I kind of backed away. But as I backed away, there was a young kid coming out of the bathroom I didn't see, and when he walked up behind me, it hit him. Just like Rick's truck. I'm telling you, it hit him hard, and he just, and he froze, and then he started gagging, and then he started coughing, then he started crying. Just like crazy. When he starts crying and coughing and gagging and all this other stuff, and then the parents come over like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. Maybe I accidentally stepped on his foot when I was stepping back. I didn't see him. And then, of course, she takes him on in there. A-list comes in there. He's like, Tinman, what? Oh, my Lord, Tinman, what have you done? What is that smell? I was like, I don't smell nothing. Of course, I was lying. He was like, I smell that. That's one of them buffalo chicken sandwiches from Subway. I smell it all the time. Tinman, you may tell me you passed gas in my hallway at my restaurant and you almost killed that kid? Yep, I sure did. But you want to know something? That's another good reason that your carbon monoxide detectors need to be lower. Because had they been at the right height, it would have went off before that kid came out of the bathroom. We could have saved them and all this whole mess wouldn't have happened. So, now, A-List Albertson's Ice Cream Shop is going to have to be shut down for a couple more days for the health department to come in and go check that out. But the moral of the story is, people, if somebody's telling you something and you don't know exactly anything about the subject, but that person knows more, you might want to listen to them. Or you're going to end up like A-List Albertson. And you're going to end up losing another $50,000 because you got to close down on a week before you're supposed to open. So, remember, change the batteries in your smoke detectors, change the batteries in your carbon monoxide detectors. 3 to 5 feet. That's some good stuff. You know, it's a really crazy thing. It's nice that Heart and Souls was able to get everybody these handy-dandy promotional phones. And when I mean promotional phones, I do mean they literally have every person that promotes at Heart and Souls in it. And there's also a group chat. And it's crazy because you have to keep it on vibrate because the group chat has the same thing all the time. Quack, brick, rig, heathen, brick, rig, Mary Sue, rig, Mary Sue, quack, rig, Mary Sue, rig, Mary Sue. It's the same thing all the time. But you want to know something? We hit a lot of stuff. Mary Sue talks a whole lot in this group chat. For someone who doesn't say much on the screen, she's got a lot to say right here. Which makes me kind of wonder. Mary Sue's new. She's also the first female promo artist in HSP. Now, that would mean that she has something to say, she has something to prove. You know, I think what it is that Mary Sue seems to be a little, a little slightly, not so confident being in a locker room full of male promo artists. But there's two ways of handling that. Because there's two types of people, there's two types of promo artists. When it comes to people, you have the people who think the world is round and people who think the world is flat. Now, the crazy thing about it is a lot of people will say that the world is flat. Well, no, the world is round. Well, you know what? A pizza is also round, but it's also flat. That's not what we're talking about here. It's like there's two different kinds of promo artists. There's the ones that are opportunists that sit there and they research things and they check stuff out and they just go with what they know and they hear. And then you have the people that come up with it on their own. So my thing about it is, Mary Sue, there's two different ways you can go about it. You can adapt to your environment. Good way to adapt to the environment, invest in Tootsie Rolls. Because what you do when you're in a room full of grown men you can take that Tootsie Roll and you can bend it up like that. And you stick that sucker in your jaw just like this right here. Then you sit there and you talk just like everybody else up there. And when you spit, it comes out dark. And everybody thinks that you're different just like the rest of them. You blend right in and say, oh, there come Mary, so yes, just like the rest of them. Or, you can take that Tootsie Roll out. And you can be exactly who you are. Because about 3% of the promo artists that don't work out or don't do a good job, it's usually their gimmick. And their gimmick is what they need to change. But some people say when something's not working right anymore, it's time to change it. Well, I like to refer to you to the movie Tin Cup. And if you haven't seen Tin Cup with Kevin Costner, then you're wrong. You should very well watch it. Doesn't matter if you're a golf fan or not. Because see, in the movie, he's always talking about just swinging away. Just rip the hell out of that damn ball. And he never lays up. And in the end, he just keeps ripping the ball. And it keeps flowing right back into the water. His last ball, he gets told, if you sink this ball, you're disqualified. Well, he knows he can get over the pond. His friend tells him, then do it. Quit messing around. Well, he quit messing around and he done it. Now, did he lose the golf match? Well, of course he did. But did he prove that he could do it? You damn right he proved he can do it. So sometimes it's not always if something don't work right anymore, change it. It's about the fact of the matter that sometimes if something's not working right anymore, maybe you need to work a little bit harder. Now, does that mean you need to pick one way or the other? No. Adapt to your environment. Pretend to dip with Copenhagen and sit there and blend in with the rest of the idiots. But when the time's right, just because you look like the rest of them, doesn't mean you have to talk like the rest of them. Or do what they say. But now that I think about it, I was absolutely right. A pizza is round, but it is also flat. You know what? This didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense after all. And I think this chocolate's expired. I need to get some new Tootsie Rolls. This is ridiculous.
I just really don't understand what it is. These young kids are coming out here and they're doing these promos all the time. And they're coming out here and they're saying ghastly, disturbing things. And what they're doing is they're coming on screen and they're running their mouth and they're making these threats. And I'm really concerned that promoing is just going to lead to bad, dirty, filthy mouths, and it's going to lead to violence. I mean, it's just like back in the, as they call it, the Attitude Era. And the Attitude Era caused kids to go out there and start body slamming one another, and then it led to backyard wrestling, and then they started doing flips into cardboard boxes that were on fire. Promo artisting is also just another way of being violent. It is causing young people to be verbally assaulting, and it's causing these people to just be plain mean. I mean, just plain mean and horrible. And Facebook's doing nothing about it. Zuckerberg is doing everything that he can to keep this foul, filthy stuff off the page, but they keep finding ways to do it. And I'm so worried about Dak Snow. Dak Snow is a prodigy. I mean, he is going to be big, but he's doing all these things, and I'm just so worried that he's just going to end up like the rest. There was a young man by the name of Heavy Metal Maniac, and he was also a pretty young and upcoming promo artist. And you know what? Yeah, he got into it, and then all of a sudden, one of these foul, filthy people decided to date his sister, and it threw him for a loop. And now he's going to have to spend summer in summer school because he couldn't get his studies done, and it was just a horrible, horrible thing. And I just think that promo artistry is going to lead to just so much violence, and there's already so much verbal stuff going on with the social media and everything like that. It's just crazy. And the bad part about it is it's literally a cult. It is a cult. This Dr. Quack, he really is a quack. And I don't even think he's a real doctor. And there's another doctor out there, Dr. Perpendicular. And they're just bringing these young men and women in and even middle-aged men that have no lives. They're sucking them in. It's almost like sex trafficking, but with promos. And they come on screen and they compete to see who is the best smack talker. I swear it's going to be the fall of the Western civilization as it is.
You do realize these are fictional characters. Fictional characters. This is grown men and women who pay bills, have mortgages, have families, have children, that are coming up with fictional characters. Not real characters, fictional characters. And it provides them a release from the real world. It provides them an outsource. It gives them a hobby, something to do. Some people put a little money into it. Some people make a little money off of it. Okay? It's just like this right here. This is not an addiction for me. This is simply a guilty pleasure. Because without this guilty pleasure, I would probably be throat punching people. Promo artists look at promoing as an outlet, as a way of getting away from everything. Karen, Betty, Pamela, Patricia. The point of the matter is that people don't need to take everything in life seriously. This is a chance for people to have fun, to network, to make friends, and you even can talk about your own problems. You realize that sometimes the best group therapy is therapy amongst friends. Especially friends that you've never met a day in your life. And you know what? You don't have to understand it. You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to actually do it. You don't even have to watch the mess if you don't agree with it. But don't sit there and judge and crap on the people that enjoy doing it. You know what? Soccer is a boring sport to watch. And if you're a fat person, yeah, it can be tiring. If you're not really that athletic, it's a little tiring. But everybody likes to get out there and kick a ball every now and then. You don't have to sit there and play professional football, but it doesn't hurt to throw a football around every now and then. It doesn't hurt to go to the batting cages and hit the ball around. Let the people have their fun. It doesn't matter if they're 18, 19, 41, or whatever the case may be. It's something fun that we're doing. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean you got to crap on the idea. I mean, again, it's fictional characters and fictional storylines. I mean, it's not like grown people are getting butthurt if they lose a match. On the one hand, though, there were those two guys that played chicken in the parking lot. If I'm not mistaken, there was a bike and a horse. I really don't remember what happened with that. Did one of them get hurt? I can't even remember if one of them got hurt or not.